On the dividend news, we do have McCormick and Company, which hiked its dividend by 7.7% to 42 cents per share quarterly, which marks its 38th consecutive year of dividend increases. On the other news, we did also get Merck, which announced a 5.5% dividend hike. They do have about 13 years of consecutive been increasing their dividend. And the second to last one, we have Graco, which announced a 8.5% increase to 25 cents per share quarterly. This actually marks its 27th consecutive year of dividend growth. And the last one, guys, we do have General Motors, which plans to increase its common stock dividend by 33% beginning with January 2024. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 215 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what we bought, what we sold, what dividends came in, what options we traded, which ones we had to manage. But in this video, guys, we will also be going over 6 companies that are expected to raise their dividend, or at least announce a dividend raise in the month of December. So hopefully you guys are excited about that, because remember, growing those dividends, it just becomes passively. Imagine getting a free dividend raise for doing absolutely nothing. Your companies are going to work for you. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead. You guys already know over here that we come back every single Sunday. We come back, kick off these scripts. By the end of the video, we will be kicking off these scripts. We'll see if we grew the dividend snowball much more or a little bit less, or we'll see what happened. But this is a script that I do have available for free, guys. We typically look at the monthly projected dividend income. This is kind of how much our portfolio is projected to make on a monthly basis right now. Our portfolio is generating about $553.69 on a projected basis. So we're trying to grow this much larger every single Sunday. Every single Sunday we come back, we typically see this grow and grow. But yeah, if we look over here at the annual dividends, guys, if you guys missed the video on how much we made for the month of November, definitely check it out. But for 2023 so far, we are at $3,479.31 compared to 2022, guys, which includes 12 months. We're still waiting on one more month, which will be the month of December, and that month is going to be very juicy. Can't wait to see all the dividends that are going to start pouring in for the month of December. Typically, the third month of the quarter is my best month, and it's definitely the most exciting one for me because it's just, those dividends are compounding. But if we look at the quarterly dividends, guys, for Q4 2023, we so far are at $622.11. We are waiting on December, so we should hopefully make way more than $1,000 for the month, or I guess for the quarter. And you guys can kind of see this staircase continue to get bigger and bigger over time. We continue to stay focused, continue to reinvest the dividends, continue to invest more into the portfolio, and we're seeing this growth. So it's definitely something that I definitely look forward to. And then if we look at the options premium, you'll see that for the month of November, we were in the negative for collecting premium. That's because I did actually roll up, some of my options or some of my covered calls. I was in the money. So for November, we were down by $781.63. But if we look at that rate of return, we still are in the green by 1.20%. If I do show you guys here the options themselves, you'll see in total, we're still at $1,425.27. So we're still in the positive. We'll see what we end up by the month, or I guess by the end of the December. We'll check it back out. But if we look at the money invested, which is kind of where we have our goals, which we try to check every single Sunday so that we know that we stay focused. The first goal is of course related to my YouTube channel, and that is to reach 20,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Help me reach this goal. Definitely appreciate it as well. If you wouldn't mind dropping a big thumbs up, definitely helps a lot and helps the algorithm push out my channel. And yeah, guys, goal number 2 is to reach $325 per month. In monthly projections. We're definitely surpassed this. We're in the $500 range, so we'll see what we end up. We have one more month. We're going to continue to stay focused, continue to hustle, and we'll see where we end up there. For goal number 3, that's also achieved. That is to reach $118,000 invested of my own money, guys. We are now at $118,401.84. So we still have a couple more weeks. Goal number 4 is $2 cost average, $100 into the portfolio, no matter what the market's doing. If it's up, down, sideways, whatever, we're going to continue to invest into the portfolio. And then goal number 5 is, of course, to drip an additional $100, or I guess invest $100 more every time a company in my portfolio is about to go ex-dividend date. So I actually had a couple companies that were going to go ex-dividend date this past week, so I ended up contributing a little bit more into the portfolio. And then goal number 6 is to try to reach about $400 per month selling options and premiums. So we're probably not going to achieve this one, but we'll see if we can achieve that next year. And you know, we'll see at the end of December where we end up. Goal number 7, guys, is to reach 1,000 shares of SCHD. We're slowly but surely getting there. We do have a game plan to try to get to 1,000 shares. We're selling cash secured puts on SCHD. If we do get assigned, we will achieve this goal, but if we don't, we are actually maximizing our profits there, because I am collecting the premium, plus we're collecting a 5% return on the uninvested cash, which is a win-win situation there for me. So I can't go wrong either way. And if we do look at the dividend payout, this is a script I do have available for free, guys. All I ask in return, of course, is that you're subscribed with the bell notification, you drop a big thumbs up on my videos. But we'll kick this off later in the video. But this actually sorts everything out by pay date. So we are expected to get a dividend payment from Microsoft, then Waste Management, then Nvidia, and then Lockheed Martin, and you'll see that they're sorted out by pay date as well. It also shows any dividend increases, which Microsoft did a dividend increase this past month or the previous month, one of those, and then Lockheed Martin as well. So that is great to see. But yeah, guys, if we actually go ahead and start with the video, let's go ahead and jump over there. All right, guys, so as you'll see here that the portfolio is at $218,817.61. Portfolio is moving upwards on the day change. It is at $951.82 in the green, which is a 0.44%. On the 2-year change, that is $30,707.37, which is about 16.32% in the green. And if we look at the positions, we can kind of see where we're at here. As you'll see, the capital appreciation, we are about 23.14%, which is roughly about $40,921.61 that we are in capital appreciation. We haven't taken profits on. And then you'll see our cash balance is at $1,025.67. This actually went up, and that is because I did sell out of some of my mutual fund to try to have some cash available to trade, especially if I have to roll some of the covered calls I have. If we look here, we do have about 220 shares of Apple. I have 2 covered calls. They're in the money by $160 strike price. So Apple's trading around $191. We're going to continue to manage these. We do have, which I accidentally collapsed this, but you'll see that we do have a weekly covered call that expires on the 8th of December, and it's at 160, so we'll manage that one. We'll see what happens. We do have a little bit over 100 shares of Altria, so Altria is starting to move upwards. So right around my cost basis, we could potentially start selling some covered calls. And then JP Morgan has just been on fire, guys. They have just been moving upwards and upwards. But I had a covered call. I had to actually roll till the 8th of December. It's a $155 strike price. You'll see that JP Morgan is trading around $156, almost $157. So we'll see what happens. This will expire next week. We'll hopefully roll this out and be able to exit this position where it expires worthless. And then a lot of these other companies will eventually try to get to 100 shares, slowly but surely reinvest those strips, continue to dollar cost average. And if we look here, guys, this is the one that's generating a lot of profit for us. We have SCHD, which we have roughly about 731 shares. And we actually have 3 cash secured puts on SCHD for a strike price of $69. This will expire on the 15th of December. So this is about 2 weeks away from now. But as long as SCHD does not go below $69 on the 15th of December, we will actually get to keep $64, which is the premium they paid us to do this. But if for some reason SCHD closes below $69 on the 15th, we'll get assigned 300 shares, plus we also still keep those $64. Plus we also get the interest we've been having on the SNSXX. That is that money reserved to purchase the 300 shares for SCHD. We also have one SCHD covered call. That's a strike price of $73. This one is very, well, I guess it isn't in the money now. The only reason why I sold a covered call against SCHD was because I was making a tutorial on Schwab on how you can do a covered call. So hopefully we can manage out of this one. We'll see what happens. And then guys, you'll see that SNSXX, which we have about $49,000 in this, which is earning about a 5% annual dividend, which we do get paid monthly. I believe they pay out on the 15th, so it's great to see. While we actually collect this, we also are selling kind of technically naked puts on SCHD. We've also been doing it on Microsoft, and we've been collecting some premium, so that will help out in the long term. If we do look at the performance here, you'll see that we are up in the green by $18,584. And then on the rate of return, that's a 9.28%. And if we look here on the investment income, we are projected to make roughly about $6,682.33 in the next 12 months. On the averagely monthly, we're projected to make about $556.86. For December, guys, you'll see we're projected to make about $407.18. February, $322.27, and then March, $834.63. Quite a huge difference there from what we were doing a couple years ago. And then if we look at the history, we can kind of see what we ended up doing this past week. So I have it to start from the 26th of November all the way till the 2nd of December. If we scroll to the very bottom, I'll show you guys what we ended up doing. So we've actually been selling some cash secured puts on Microsoft. They've been expiring, kind of worthless, but on the 27th we did a sell to open. We sold a cash secured put on Microsoft for a $365 strike price that expired on the 1st of December. So that was a weekly. I sold one of these. They paid me about $19.34. Of course, Microsoft closed above $365, so we got to keep the full premium of $19.34. Then on the 27th, the drip from Starbucks ended up happening, which bought back about 0.29 shares of Starbucks. So the following quarter, we should get a little bit more in dividends from Starbucks, which is great to see. That same exact day, guys, we actually ended up placing a trade for SNSXX to sell $8,000 worth of it. So we had $1,000 in cash now. If we look also on the 28th, I ended up depositing $300 because remember, $100 to dollar cost average into the portfolio, and then we had two companies that were going ex-dividend date, so I had to buy $100 worth of them because that is one of our goals. And then you'll see here on the 28th, I ended up buying Waste Management. So I bought $100 worth of Waste Management, buying about 0.58 shares. And then we bought $100 worth of Lockheed Martin, which bought about 0.22 shares of Lockheed Martin. And then we got some interest from the Schwab money in our cash there, which is about 26 cents, very, very small amount. And then on the 1st of December, we actually had to roll our Apple. So I did a buy to close on Apple. Our two covered calls we had, they were at 160. They expired on the 1st of December. I ended up paying about $6,079.32, but I ended up doing a sell to open. I rolled them up. Oh, I guess not rolled them up, but I just rolled them. I stayed at the same strike price, but rolled them out 1 week until the 8th of December. So this coming Friday, ended up rolling them. They paid me about $6,112.63, which was about what, 30 something dollars that we made from this roll. And then on the first, guys, I ended up buying some SCHD. So I bought 2 shares of SCHD at about $72.66, spending about $145. And then the last thing on that 1st of December, we got the Visa dividend of $14.95, guys. Had to do absolutely nothing for this. Very passive. And let's go ahead and see how much we collected in passive income. So I have this green button. It adds up all the dividends for us, and we'll see how much we collected. So let's go ahead and click on it. And guys, it was only the Visa dividend of $14.95. You know, in the next couple weeks we'll be getting some very juicy dividends. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump over to Seeking Alpha so that we can see the 6 companies that are expected to grow, or I guess raise their dividend or announce a dividend raise in the month of December. So the first company is ticker symbol CARR, Carrier Global Corporation, currently trading about $53.22. If we do look at the dividend scorecard, which is the dividend summary here for us, the dividend yield is a 1.39%, and then annual payout, they do pay out about 74 cents. Payout ratio is 28.46%. Nothing on the 5-year CAGR because I don't believe that they've been paying for more than 5 years there. Dividend growth is 2 years here, and they do pay out quarterly, which they pay out 19 cents. If we do go over here to the dividend history, and kind of show you guys why we think we're going to get a raise. So if we look here, they are actually they were all paying 18 cents and then 15 cents. So if we look at 2022, they were paying 15 cents on the 3rd quarter, and then the 4th quarter they raised it to 18 cents. If we look at 2021, they were paying 12 cents on the 3rd quarter, and then the 4th quarter is at 15 cents. So typically they seems like to raise it on the 4th quarter. So if we look here to the right on the announced or declared, they typically declare the 4th quarter. Back in 2022, they declared it December 7th. And then for 2021, they raised, or I guess declared it on December 8th, 2021. So potentially around that time is when we should see a dividend raise from Carrier. Let's go ahead and move on to the second one, guys, which is Realty Income Corporation, ticker symbol O, currently trading about $53.96. If we scroll over here to the dividend summary, one thing I did want to mention, they are in the real estate sector. Dividend yield is a 5.63%. Annual payout is $3.07. Payout ratio is 74.17%. On the 5-year CAGR, it's pretty low here, 3.67%. They typically raise their dividend about every 3 months or so about every quarter. Dividend growth is showing 25 years. They do pay out monthly, and they pay out about 26 cents monthly here. If we do look at the dividend history, you'll see here that typically they do actually announce a dividend raise every 3 months. So if we look here, you'll see that they were paying 0.2485 and then 0.2545, and then they also announced another raise here. So if we kind of look at the last, this is actually going to be the last month here. So they were paying in 2022 0.2480, and then on the last month, which is December, they actually raised it to 0.2485, which is a raise there. Not a huge raise, but typically a raise here. And if we look and we scroll down to 2022, they typically announced that on the 13th of December. So we'll see sometime around there if they're going to raise their dividend there. Let's go ahead and move on to the third one, guys, which is Pfizer Inc., ticker symbol PFE, currently trading about $28.91. I did not realize that Pfizer moved down so much. They were trading around $50 to $60 range a while back. And if we scroll down here, they are in the healthcare sector. Dividend yield is a 5.67%. Annual payout is $1.64. Payout ratio is 56.79%. On the 5-year CAGR there, it's kind of low. I actually have these organized by lowest 5-year CAGR to higher 5-year CAGR, so the last couple ones will be a much better 5-year CAGR. But anyways, 5-year CAGR is a 4.95%. Dividend growth is showing as 13 years. I'm not sure if that's right. They do pay out quarterly, and they pay out 41 cents every single quarter. If we do look at the dividend history, I can kind of show you guys here. So typically they actually announce or they raise their dividend on the first quarter. If we look at 2022, they actually paid 40 cents, the previous quarter 39 cents, and then if we look at 2022 here, 40 cents, and then on the first quarter 41 cents. So they're already finished up with the fourth quarter. So let's go ahead and see right here on the declared. If we kind of look, the first quarter for them, they do announce or declare it around the 9th of December 2022. 2021 they did December 10th 2021, so right around that time is when we should see a dividend raise from Pfizer, or at least announced, but that is if they plan to raise their dividend. Let's go ahead and move on to the fourth one, guys, which is American Tower Corporation, ticker symbol AMT, trading around $210.47. They are in the real estate sector. Dividend summary is a 3.08%. Annual payout is $6.48. Payout ratio is 62.30%. 5-year CAGR is a 15.96%, and then the 10-year, I guess the dividend growth is showing as 10 years. They typically announce a dividend raise almost every single quarter, and they do pay out quarterly, which is a 1.62%. And then if we look here at the dividend history, I can kind of show you guys that almost every single quarter they've been raising their dividend. So you'll see that they raised their dividend every single quarter. I think the only time they didn't raise it was from the fourth quarter to the first quarter last year. But if it's expected to be like this, we probably will get it on the 8th of December or around the 16th of December. So we'll see what happens if they do plan to announce it. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out in a couple weeks. Let's go ahead and move on to the fifth one, guys, which is MasterCard Incorporated, ticker symbol MA, currently trading about $414.36. They actually are in the financial sector. Dividend yield is a 0.55%. Annual payout is $2.28, and then payout ratio is 19.44%. 5-year CAGR is a 17.92%. Dividend growth is 12 years here. They do pay out quarterly, and they do pay out about 57 cents every single quarter. If we do look at the dividend history, we can kind of see where they raised their dividend there. So if we look at 2022, they were paying 49 cents the whole year, and then in 2023 they raised it on the first quarter to 57 cents. So if we kind of look to the right, so it's in the first quarter, we can kind of see that December 6, 2022 is when they announced that dividend raise, and then for 2022 it was around November 30th 2021 is when they announced that dividend raise. So it's going to be in December, I believe, if they haven't announced it already, as far as I know. So we'll see if we get a nice juicy dividend raise from MasterCard. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one, guys, which is Broadcom Inc., ticker symbol AVGO, trading around $930, guys. If we do look down here, they are in the information technology. Dividend yield is a 1.98%. Payout ratio is, or I guess annual payout is 18.40%. Payout ratio is 44.19%. 5-year CAGR is 21.32%. Very, very juicy 5-year CAGR there. Dividend growth is 12 years is what it's showing. Quarterly they do pay out, and that's about $4.60 per every share you do own. They would pay you out every 3 months. If we look at the dividend history for us, you'll see that if we look, they typically announce their dividend raise. So if we look at 2022, on the third quarter, they were paying $4.10, and in the fourth quarter, $4.60. So we're getting to the fourth quarter now. If we look at 2021, third quarter, $3.60, and then on the fourth quarter, $4.10. So if we look to the right, on the fourth quarter, they typically announce that on December 8th, 2022, and then December 9th, 2021. So somewhere around there is when we should see a dividend raise from Broadcom. And this is all 6 companies that we are expected to get raises for. Let me know in the comment section if you guys own any of these companies, and if there's any others that I did miss that are planning to announce dividend raises in the month of December. Definitely would love to know. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets, guys, so we can wrap up the video, see how much we grew the dividend snowball this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright guys, so we're here at the dashboard on the Google Sheets. I already have a copy of this over here so we can kind of see the difference when we kick off the scripts. But again, on the options premium for the month of November, guys, we did actually go down in the red, which was about negative $781.63. On the rate of return though, on the options, we're still in the positive by 1.20%. Anything that's in the green for us is still okay. If we look at the options though, you'll see that this actually wrapped up the full month of November. You'll see that for November, this was the total loss we took, but this past week we did actually end in the green by $52.65, which the full total is $1,425.27 for the past 12 months, or I guess 11 months. We're still going to do December yet, so we'll see where that ends up. But let's go ahead and jump over here to the dividend payout. So you'll see that we do have 4 companies that are, or I guess have announced dividends. Let's go ahead and go over here to portfolio tools, get latest dividends. This will get wiped. It'll pull anything from my portfolio to see if any companies announce dividends. So give it a second or two. It's running now. And stay tuned. It looks like a couple companies did announce dividends, which is great to see. But we do have Microsoft, which will still be paying us on the 14th of December. We have Waste Management, which I believe I bought. And then we have Nvidia, which they will be going ex-dividend date on the 5th of December. They'll be paying out on the 28th of December. And then Union Pacific will be going ex-dividend on the 7th of December, and they'll be paying on the 28th of December. So we will actually, well, I guess it looks like Microsoft also announced their dividend for the following quarter, which they will be going ex-dividend date on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's, and they will be paying out March 14th. So pretty interesting there, guys. If we do go over here to the settings, we can go ahead and get rid of this, and now we can jump over into Empower, which has the latest version of our portfolio with all the purchases we did. So I'll see you guys over there. All right guys, so we're here at Empower on my Schwab account. You'll see this green button, click on that. This copies the holdings into my clipboard. And then we can jump back over here, right click, paste special values only. And now we can jump over here to holdings. So this is an old snapshot of my portfolio from last week. Once we click over here to portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings, this will get wiped. It'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted, and we'll see the difference. Again, I do have tutorials for all this stuff. It's available for free. All I ask in return is that you subscribe with that bell notification. You support the channel by dropping a big thumbs up on my videos. But let's go ahead and click update portfolio holdings, and give it a second or two. There it goes, guys. We can jump over here to the dashboard. We'll see everything being populated. We'll see how much we grew or decreased in portfolio value here. So guys, on the dividend yield, we're actually at 3.02% compared to 3.06% from last week. On the yield on cost, we're at 3.73% compared to 3.74%. And then on the yearly, we actually did go down by about $40. That is probably because I did sell out of that $1,000 on the mutual fund. And then on the monthly, we did go down about $3 or so. So now we're projected to make about $550, which is okay because at least I feel comfortable having $1,000 in my cash, ready to make some rolls or actually buy some stocks. On the weekly, we are projected to make $127.01. On the day, $18.09 compared to $18.20. So we did go down about 11 pennies there. And then on the hourly, we're actually go down by 75 cents. So we're making 75 cents every single hour compared to last week of 76 cents. And then on the hourly work wage, guys, this if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $3.18. And then last week they were getting paid $3.19. So they got decrease in pay. I guess they were slacking off, and it's okay. We're eventually going to try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes. That'll be a very, very awesome milestone. But anyways, guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this portfolio update. Let me know what you guys bought, what dividends came in for you guys. Do you own any of the 6 companies that are expected to announce dividend raises in the month of December? But don't forget to subscribe with that notification. Don't forget to drop a big thumbs up on the video. Definitely appreciate it as well. If you stuck all the way to the very end, go ahead and drop a hashtag raises, because guys, we are expected to get some very nice dividend raises this coming month, and I definitely look forward to it because it's passive. We have to do nothing for this, and you know, that definitely helps the dividend snowball in the long term. But anyways, guys, I will see you in this comment section. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.